Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Chad Shank. If you're new here at Home Songwriting, this is a place where I get to share all kinds of songwriting tips, techniques. There's lots of different processes and craft stuff here, but today I want to take you through this process of writing one of my songs. So I'm in this process of making an album, and my goal is to make 50 songs and then release like 10 to 12 on an album, and I have 46 songs done, so I have 4 songs left. And today I'm starting a song that I wrote some lyrics earlier this morning while I was sitting on the couch. And I started with free writing. I just thought of a old cafe. I was thinking of like a cafe slash bait shop because I was thinking back to like growing up in South Dakota, and it's not really based on a real place, but you know how sometimes in small towns there's places that are mixed together. You'll have like a cafe and a bait shop, the same place. And I just pictured this place, and I wrote this song called Morning in the Cafe. And so I have the lyrics first, and then this is going to be kind of the process of setting those lyrics to some music and creating a track, and kind of how I work on some of these songs. So if you like this video, follow along. Some of you, if you're not super into songwriting, some of this might be boring, but for the rest of you, let's check it out. Morning at the cafe. It's 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 morning at the cafe. Oh yeah. Morning at the cafe. It's morning at the cafe. It's morning at the cafe. Here we go. Let's see. Do a little bit of it. That's still too fast. 65. A little bit too much swing. A do, gonna do. The old gas station building with old wood panel walls, black and white photographs fade of tournaments of years gone by. For mica tables and metal eggshells, maroon plastic seats. So now feels like a good time to talk about where did my lyrics come from and how did I write the lyrics to this Morning at the Cafe song. So I wanted to jump in and show you my thought process and where this came from. So as I mentioned, I had this idea to write about a place in a small town. So I thought a cafe and a bait shop. So what I did was I decided to do some free writing from my senses. So writing from sight, sound, taste, touch, smell, how do things move? So this is where I started, and I set a timer for 4 minutes. So once I had my timer set, I wrote cafe and bait shop across the top, and then I usually will write the senses here so I don't forget to talk about them. So there's sight, sound, taste, touch, smell, movement. So this is what I wrote in 4 minutes. I wrote, built out in the old gas station building, wood panel walls with old black and white photographs of fishing tournaments of years gone by, metal Texaco signs and Michelob Light painted mirrors hanging on the walls. On the main side is the cafe with about 6 tables, metal leg chairs with maroon plastic seats, formica tables with napkin holders and Welch's jelly packets. It smells like bacon and scrambled eggs. It's a familiar and comforting smell. Through a door to the right is the bait shop where you can stock up before heading out to the lake. You can hear the food sizzling in the back and the coffee brewing. The waitress is friendly and older like a grandma. You can tell she smoked for years and has a rough laugh that feels like home. She will wink at you and call you honey. She knows what to bring to the table before you ask. So in 4 minutes, I wrote that free writing. So once I had that free writing, the next step was to take out lines. So I took lines that I thought were interesting and I put them off to the right here. So I made a table in Google Docs. And in the right side of this table here, I put all of the little phrases that I thought were cool. And then I started to pull them over into lyrics. So the lyric or the draft that I ended up writing was for the song called Morning at the Cafe. And it goes, the old gas station building with wood panel walls, black and white photographs of tournaments of years gone by. Formica tables with metal leg chairs, maroon plastic seats. There's a Michelob Light painted mirror and a metal Texaco sign. Hear the food sizzling and the coffee brewing. Waitress calls you honey. Morning at the cafe. Morning at the cafe. Morning at the cafe. Old guys talking politics, hungover girl hides in her phone, a couple having a serious chat, typical start of the day. Smell the magic of the scrambled eggs and the bacon and the waitress calls you honey. Morning at the cafe, morning at the cafe, morning at the cafe. And then the bridge is everyone's got their reasons, everyone's got their reasons, morning at the cafe, morning at the cafe, morning at the cafe. So I wrote these lyrics without any music or rhythm or melody. And how did I know how long to make the lines? Well, through experience and through just writing a lot of songs, I know that about 4 stressed syllables fits into about 2 measures of music. So I wrote the verses in basically common meter. So it's about 4 stressed syllables, 3 stressed syllables, 4 stressed syllables, 3 stressed syllables. So this first little section is probably 8 bars. Next one is probably 8 bars. And then you have a 2-line pre-chorus, which is, probably another 4 bars. And then the chorus, I purposefully made as 3 lines. And the reason why I did that was I wanted to add this feeling of instability. Like it's comforting, but everybody is here for a different reason, right? Like people have their own issues going on. So I didn't want it to resolve. So in order to make that feeling of not resolving, I just used a 3-line chorus because I didn't want it to resolve. Then it comes back to a 4-line verse, a 2-line pre-chorus, and then back to the chorus here. And then for the bridge, I wanted it to sum up kind of like that thought that I just mentioned. Everybody has their reason for being there, but I stated it kind of in an open way. So it feels like everyone's got their reasons, everyone's got their reasons. The cafe sort of becomes a metaphor in a way of just anywhere we go, right? Because we all might be in the same place, but we're there for different reasons. And then it pulls it back to the morning at the cafe. So basically, this is where I stopped with the lyrics before I started and came down to do the music that you've already seen. So the next step in the process is now to try to get that music and these lyrics to work well with each other. So that takes some massage and that takes some practice. And one of the things that I just thought about is I don't know if I made the first verse long enough to fit all of this information in. So I might have to edit some of the music, but that's where these lyrics came from. So it started with free writing, pulling the lines out of it, and then dropping them into song form. I'm just gonna experiment. I'm just gonna experiment. What does it sound like here? let's try that. So next up in the band is probably bass, right? Do I want electric bass or do whatever? So I've got piano, drums, 9-line guitar. That's just an acoustic guitar. That's just the nylon guitar again. I don't want that. Let's see if Logic has an acoustic bass. Well, looky there. Mutant. That's weird. Acoustic bass. Blazing Hot. No. Jazz. Weird. Weird. Bass. Let's look up all the basses. Ballad electric bass. Nah, son. Acoustic bass. Brooklyn feels. I thought I had maybe it's upright bass. Try that. Studio upright bass. Yes, yes, yes. What does that sound like? So far in this video, you've seen how I ad-libbed the title and found a chord progression that matched the emotion I was feeling for the lyrics I had written earlier. You watched me choose and record guitar sounds, playing them right from my keyboard. I also laid down the bass to build out a skeleton arrangement. I showed you how the lyrics started with a place, a small town cafe and bait shop, and how I used sensory details to write natural, vivid lines. Now that I've got a solid foundation for the music, the next step will be setting those lyrics to the melody, and I'll be exploring that in a future video. This song is number 46 in my personal quest to write and record 50 full songs, before choosing 10 to 12 for my upcoming album. If you're a songwriter or just want to support me on this journey, I hope you'll like and subscribe to the channel. More than anything, I hope this has inspired you to get out there and create. With love and peace, I'll see you in the next video.